Hey Kings and Queens, this is Katie Close from King City, and we are going to go on our journey with Jesus. In Matthew 6:19, we're talking about the power of choice. Jesus is making it very clear that we have the power to choose. This is an awesome privilege. It's also quite a responsibility. And he starts off by making it clear we need to choose where we invest our time, our money, our resources. What are we going to invest in? He challenges us not to do it in an earthly way, in a way that really won't last. He says people can take stuff. Things can get destroyed. How about things can get outdated, you know? I mean, if we put all of our money in something or all of our attention to something that just doesn't last, well, we're not setting ourselves up for long-term success. And our heart just simply doesn't thrive in that environment. So he challenges us to consider really putting our heart, our investment, storing up, like building up real momentum for the things that really matter. He says that would be heaven. Well, what are the things that are heavenly? We've got Jesus, the Father, the Spirit. That's heavenly. We've also got his kingdom, which he says is a heavenly kingdom. And then, of course, people, which is who he's drawing and wooing to himself that they could experience heaven here on earth and forever. So he's challenging us to lift our eyes up a little bit and see what we could really invest our lives in. You know, things that get outdated are funny to me because, for instance, when I was in high school, I really wanted, this is going to totally outdate me, but one of those Walkmans, they had a cassette that you put in this cassette player, you put batteries in, and you hit play. It was attached to earphones, headphones, and like you could walk and listen to music. Super cool. I know you guys are impressed, right? But that's so outdated. Nobody wants that anymore. You guys have got way cooler stuff than that now. And so it's just an example of how things on earth really just don't last, and we want to invest in the things that do. So we've got to challenge our hearts, and we've got to look at our values, our time, attention, the things that we have as resources. Where are we putting them? So he continues and challenges us about our perspective. Here's an example of how perspectives can be completely different on the same scenario. I've got two sons, great sons, super cute. Hopefully you meet them sometime. They might be in another room and I hear some arguing. Like, what are they arguing about? What's going on in there, guys? You know, one of those moms, what's going on in there? And I go in and one son's got this whole story, but it's different than the other son. The one son will tell me something like, well, he took my block and that's just not right, so I wanted my block back. The other son's like, I was trying to help him and he pushed me away and it's just not right. And I'm like, okay. There's two completely different perspectives on the same story. And I think we often experience that. Here's the problem. If we get hurt or darkened by whether it's jealousy, bitterness, unforgiveness, past pains, they're going to really cloud the way we see something and affect the way we even see our future. So Jesus is challenging us that saying, you know, guys, if the way you see something is darkened, if it's not quite right, the way you process it and the way you react to it will also not be quite right. We have the power to choose how we see things, how we process them, what our perspective is. It's a really powerful choice that we're not only privileged with, but we have a responsibility for. And he also talks about the power of choosing who we partner with. Is it God or is it stuff? We can choose who we partner with, and if we're devoted to one, we'll most likely belittle or neglect the other. We've really got to be able to cling to the partnership that we feel is ultimately going to be best on our journey with Jesus. These are some of the things we're going to be talking tonight about in King City. We want you to be a part of that. We want you to hear your thoughts and challenge us even with what do we need to value? What is the power of choice? How can we make better choices and have better perspectives so that on this journey with Jesus, the responsibilities we have, the privileges we have to shape our life in a way that really counts becomes something that we don't neglect, we don't overlook, we don't let just happen to us. We determine where we're going to put our time, attention, money, who we're going to partner with, how we're going to see things. We become the powerful ones on this journey with Jesus. So come join us, kings and queens. See you soon.